Welcome back to another episode on Detective Pikachu Returns. I am your host, Saralmai One, and we're going to go ahead and continue with the fabled Aura. Aurora, whatever it's called, but please don't correct me. So we have, looks like we finished all the investigations for this area. So, as far as, even though he feels like dancing right now, but okay. Pretty snatchy. I like it. Alright. We have done everything so far, so looks like everything that it needs to be done is, taken into account. So let's go ahead and, let's do this. Really? It was a touch and go there for a bit, yeah. I know, right? It was so exciting. Plus, I got to learn about what kinds of things you're usually up to. You better hit me up for your next case, too. I'm not sure about that. Don't worry, I'm just messing around. I know I'd just be a bother if I get tagged along every time. Well, anyway, let's go home. Yeah, for sure. It looks like everything is done according to the plan of everything, so there's that, for sure. Alright, 2nd Avenue, Rhyme City. Late that evening. Oh. This is interesting. So, this... So, it looks like that Tim's dad here. How can I get my father back? There must be something I can do. With all the unrest gripping in the city, the police have got to know something. Well, of course, I just have to talk to Inspector Holiday. He's bound to know something useful. Well, That may be true only if something doesn't come to arise in the middle of the night. The next morning, it seems. Good morning, Pikachu. Wow, you look awful. Had trouble sleeping. I couldn't stop thinking about this whole business with Dad. I noticed you were out late again last night. I'm guessing you've been having the same problem? Yeah, I just needed some alone time, to gather my thoughts. There's a lot of strange stuff going on. We've got some shady group collecting meteorites and Pokemon for starters. And then there's Cramorant, swallowing that jewel, the mouse swine that attacked us in the ruins, those Beedrill that were chasing Mewtwo. They all had some kind of cube-shaped device attached to them. I think today's the day we look into all that. And you know what we should do to get more information, right, Tim? Yeah, the way these incidents keep piling up, the police are bound to have started investigating the situation. Right. And the police officer we can trust is most? Inspector Holiday. We should go talk to him. That's where you're getting at, right, Pikachu? Spot on. By the way, Tim, are you sure you don't want to tell Irene and Sophia about Harry? No, not yet. Not until we know exactly where he is. Yeah, good thinking. You know what? I had to give it to them for that, honestly, in my own personal opinion, but you know what? We're gonna go ahead and head out. Let's get going, Pikachu. Oh, wait. Let's pay the High Hat Cafe a visit first. Huh? Why? Well, we can interview the customers there, see if they know anything about last name incident. Well, that's pretty important, actually. This isn't just an excuse for you to get coffee, is it? I'm not going to dignify that question with a denial, mostly because I can't. Well, we're off. See you later. Rhyme City, outside the High Hat Cafe. What's this? Hello, great detective. I'm here for Pikachu. Uh-oh. What did Pikachu this time? Okay, so this is going to be interesting to kind of solve this case. Little dry here, but don't worry about it. I got it. Alright, detainee Pikachu. Now, this is the one thing I was telling you about in the previous episodes of the Detective Pikachu Returns, that this is one of those that I dislike about the concept of how this works. So, this one is kind of annoying to deal with, but at the same time, I got past it, so it may be easy some areas, but there are some areas that are kind of, not as easy as you think there is. So, I must have fallen asleep at some point. I remember Brad and his goons putting me in the police car, which means this must be the police station. If this is someone's idea of a bad joke, it's not very funny. Well, I mean, I can't believe a great detective like me would actually be locked up behind bars. Hey, quit that muttering, newbie. Okay, great. I guess I can't expect a warm welcome from my new roommates either. I've landed myself in a real mess, that's for sure. Ah, well, let's see what my new roomies can tell me. Okay, so talk to the Pokemon, it seems. Okay. Hangaro, a fighting and dark type Pokemon. The boss of Bamboo Forest. Hey, you got a minute? You must be the newbie. So I'm told. I was hoping to learn more about this place. Hey, are you even listening to me? Hello? Keep it down in the detainment room. Detainment room? What do you mean? Oh, you mean where we're at now? Great. Just ignore me. Oh, why don't you? Well, at least I learned what this room is called, which is nice. All right. Any other Pokemon up in here besides the two? Well, yeah, it looks that way. All right. Sableye, Ghost and Dark type, Mineral Maniac. Okay. Hey there, buddy. Can I ask you some questions? I ain't your buddy, newbie, and I ain't wasting time making small talk with you either. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I'm still trying to get my bearings. I mean, I don't even know why I was brought here. Sure you don't. You must have done something bad to end up here. Something bad? Me? I'm the great detective Pikachu. I would never. Oh, great detective. You? Now, that's a good one. And that wasn't a joke. Well, Mr. Great Detective, let me give you free advice. You may have been some big shot detective out there, but in here, you're just a newbie. And newbies don't run their mouths, got it? Well, that's that, I guess. I don't think I'll be getting much more out of him. Yeesh. Can't he even get a straight answer out of the Pokemon here? That puts me in a bit of a pickle. How am I supposed to find what's going around here? What's happening? Uh-oh. Well, I know that hand. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be interesting to see because the concept here is a little different as you expect. Is this the roof? Why did I come up here? Today just keeps getting weirder and weirder. I guess you'll ask the other Pokemon what's going on. Didn't I tell you, zip it? Stop talking to me like we're pals, newbie, 'cause we ain't. Oh, come on. No need for to be standoffish. I am just trying to ask a few questions. We ain't inside a room just now. Why are we up here on the roof? Beats me. Oh, Lord. Don't try anything funny if you know what's good for you. Okay. Well, wait. Haven't I seen you somewhere before? Maybe on TV. I'm a famous great detective after all. Great detective. Hey, he doesn't have much to talk. Criminy crickets. Hey, hey. What we have? Impy Dimp. This one, I think this one is a... Well, it's dark and fairy, I would say, in my opinion. Hiya, I've never seen you around before. You new or something? Yeah, I just got nabbed a little bit ago. Have you been here a long time? Nah, I'm pretty new too. Been here longer than you though. And that matters. Why exactly? Because the longer you've been here, the higher you are on the ladder. Which ladder? Because I don't see one. Alright, this is a leopard. It's a dark type cat. Why, hello there. I don't believe we met yet. Oh, thank goodness, someone I can actually have a conversation with. The Pokemon here are rather quirky bunch, aren't they? You said it. Doesn't help that I've got no idea what's going on. What do you mean? Like how we all suddenly ended up on the roof, for example. Oh, right. I suppose that's a bit strange. The same thing happens every day, but I really don't know why. Every day, huh? Good to know. Thanks. I thought I told you to keep quiet, newbie. Hey, I thought you didn't want to talk to me, and now here you are, striking up a conversation. You won't be running your mouth like that for long. Follow me. Luxray wants to see you. Luxray? That is electric type, in case you wonder. He'll teach you how things work around here. He'll teach you real good. Creep. This is the newbie I've been talking about. So, you're the talkative Pokemon. Born leader with a penetrating gaze. Well, detainment day 1. Tim in the morning. Okay, so this is gonna be quite the intro here. Well, I made it to the police station, but I wonder if they'll even let me see Pikachu. He must be so lonely all by himself in that. I still can't believe they just drag him off like that, out of the blue. Brad said something about property damage. But that doesn't sound like Pikachu at all. Okay. Ask the officer if visitations are allowed. Well, this is the reception area. State your business. My partner Pikachu is being detained by the police. Is this where they're keeping him? Detained Pokemon are held in custody at the station, yes. How is Pikachu doing? Would it be possible for me to see him? I'm afraid that won't be possible without express permission from the headquarters. Furthermore, I'm unable to share any information related to an ongoing investigation. Okay? You can't be serious. Fair enough. Tim, I thought I might find you here. Inspector Holiday. And Chief Butler. I understand how concerned you are about your Pikachu. Don't worry, the Pokemon Protection Bureau is a safe place. You would think that. But I'll explain at another time when you see all the evidence that get piled up here. We'll be holding Pikachu in custody here for a while. He's suspected of causing property damage last night in the Fountain Plaza. Alright, we'll write that in our notes, obviously, so we'll keep that in mind. Pikachu will never do that. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but we've got proof. That being said, we're still investigating the matter, and I can't allow any visits before the dust settles. So there's really no way I can see him. Look, I'm sure this is tough for you, but we don't do special treatment here. Not even for you, young detective. Anyway, kiddo, I'll see you around. Yeah, you'll see me around, alright. You wait. Am I right in assuming you can't tell me anything either, Inspector? I'm afraid it's just as the Chief Butler says. But I'll do what I can to arrange a visit for you. Come back to the reception area sometime this afternoon. Really? Thank you so much. Don't mention it, Tim. Oh, and one more thing. I'd like to have a chat with you tonight. I'd rather not go into details here, so let's meet near the station after sundown. All right, I'll see you this evening. I know this must be rough, but hang in there, Tim. Okay, thanks to Inspector Holliday, I will be able to meet with Pikachu this afternoon. Until then, I'll just do what I can. First, I think I'll go check out the scene of the crime. I just don't believe Pikachu would destroy anything. The police must have gotten the wrong idea somehow. Okay, so it's going to be only Tim doing the notes at this point, being its detainee Pikachu, of course, as you may see this right now. So, we have to do, let's see, well, what Pokemon was involved in the crime? Well, that's a mystery, isn't it? Well, time to solve the mystery, isn't it? Investigate the crime scene at the Fountain Plaza to narrow down the list of Pokemon that could have been involved. The crime took place at the Fountain Plaza. Apparently someone broke something at the plaza, but the culprit had to be someone other than Pikachu. Well, it could be someone, it could be a Pokemon. At this point, we don't know. Assuming the culprit was a Pokemon, well, maybe that might be the case only if we knew what it was. What kind of Pokemon could it have been? There might be some evidence left behind that could at least tell me its type. I'll investigate the Fountain Plaza and work out the real culprit is. So, as far as right now, we can't really do anything with this. So, let's take a look at the fountain, and then we'll go from there. And this will be the last thing we do on this episode. So you could see what could happen here. Okay. Fountain Plaza is down the street from the police station next to the Hi-Hat Cafe. I should head there right away. Okay, so in case you don't know, we can actually hit the trigger button to speed up things a little bit. Someone's there. Wait, is that Brad? Why is he at the crime scene? Okay. Brad was examining that Slowpoke statue. There aren't any other police officer around, though. Why only Brad? I better take a look myself. Well, let's go ahead and investigate the Slowpoke statue. While we're at it. Alright, so this is the scene of the crime. Maybe I can learn something by examining any traces of the culprit that left behind. So, now, where should I look first? Okay, so... Okay, examining this. What's with this water? I guess it must have spilled out of the fountain. Water puddle. Okay. Okay, so we're going to examine everything. The grass had been scorched. It must have been caused by a Pokemon that generates a lot of heat. Okay, so that's going to be interesting information to kind of keep in mind. Examine. Okay. There are fragments of the Slowpoke statue on the ground. The statue must have been broken by a Pokemon move. Maybe I should pick one up for a better look. Ow! My hand's gone numb. These fragments must be charged with electricity. Ooh. Good information to actually kind of pick that up. Okay, so now we're going to get a closer look at this and then do that right here. The Slowpoke statue has been broken. This must be what Brad meant by property damage. The statue's got scorch marks on it. Broken statue. Okay. I think I've seen about everything there is to see. So, yeah, just scanning the area just a little bit, just to make sure everything is hunky-dory. And now I've got open the case notebook to begin deducing. Okay, so investigate the crime scene at the fountain to narrow down the list of Pokemon that could have been involved. Okay. Okay. What Pokemon was involved in the crime? I think it's safe to assume this incident was caused by a Pokemon. But what type is it? Looking at the evidence, it may be possible to figure out who the culprit is. Alright. Now, a fighting type Pokemon, electric type, a fire type, or a water type. Now, I'm going to read the description on each one. Maybe the statue was broken because a powerful fighting type Pokemon was involved. Maybe the statue fragments were charged with electricity because electric type Pokemon was involved. Maybe the grass was scorched because the fire type Pokemon was involved. Or it could be maybe the puddle of water at the scene is evidence that a water type Pokemon was involved. So, you only have 30 seconds to actually figure this out. I will give you the answer in 30 seconds, so your timer starts right now. You have 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. Have you picked one of these 4 answers? If you have picked the fighting type Pokemon, you are incorrect. Have you picked a fire type? No, that's incorrect. Have you picked a water type? No, that is incorrect. Have you picked electric type? Indeed, electric type is the correct answer. Now, the statue fragments were charged with electricity, so I think it was broken with the electric type move. But Pikachu can't use any electric type moves, so this crime must have been committed by another Pokemon. Well, what other Pokemon? Well, we're only going to find that out later to figure that out. It'll be tough to prove Pikachu can't use any moves, though. I better find another way to prove Pikachu's innocence. So, electric type Pokemon was the one involved in the crime. But what one was doing the crime in question? So, where was Pikachu? Pikachu was doing... What was Pikachu doing when the incident occurred? Deduce where Pikachu mostly was at the time, and then interview the people there. Okay, if I figured that out, I might be able to prove him with an alibi. I should go where Pikachu most likely was and hear what the people there have to say. Okay, so we will do that then next time on Detective Pikachu Returns. After we got back from the ruins yesterday, Pikachu went out on his own. Knowing him, Pikachu might have gone to the High Hat Cafe. I better go check with Pablo. Okay, so we will do that in the next episode. We'll continue this on Detective Pikachu Returns. I am your host, SurvivalMan1, and I will catch you guys next time.